Hi friends, Brittany, Certified Podia Pro here, and I am here today to bring you a quick tutorial on how I created this digital business card using my Podia site and Canva, so that when you're at an event, whether you don't want to print physical cards, or let's be real, nobody wants the physical printed cards anyways, you can have a super cool digital business card on your phone that people can scan, the little QR code with their phone, and get their contact or your contact information into their phone. It's super fun, so I'm going to show you exactly how I built this. Okay, so the first thing we need is we need to create the image that is going to be what we put on our phone, save to our camera roll, or make our lock screen where people are going to scan it, so the actual business card, and then we're going to make the page on your website where it takes them to. So my first thing is I'm going to go to create a design, and you can resize it a little bit once you're on your phone, but I am going to create basic portrait size. I'm just using the Instagram reel sizing in Canva just to make it easy, and I'm going to start adding my elements to the background. So design, sky is the limit for you. I'm going to put in just some fun elements so you can see how we can build this. So maybe I want this, not a professional photo of me, but we're going to go with it anyway because it's what my hair looks like today and it's pretty fun. So I'm just removing the background. I'm gonna make the background, oh, that is not a good look with my hair. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do it like that. I'm going to change it. I'm gonna put it in, I'm gonna grab a frame. Sometimes design is interesting, right? I'm gonna go with this, and I'm just gonna crop it just slightly. Let's see, all right, I'm gonna put it here for now. And there's our crop. Canva's moving stuff around on us, just so I can hide my little one's car seat in the back. There we go. You're gonna choose a more professional photo of yourself, but you get the idea for the tutorial. I'm gonna add some of my brand colors. I need my colors, not the client colors. And then I'm gonna add some text. So whatever you want it to physically say on your cards. You might have your name, so I'll put my name, and then you can size this however you want. Now keep in mind when you have this on your lock screen, depending on which device you have, there's gonna be a section where the time, any widgets are displayed, so you're gonna wanna give some space above for that. And then maybe you can put some more text, but this will be, your phone number or website, etc. So you can have some more info here. And then you need to generate the QR code where people will scan that will actually take them to a page on your site and be able to download a contact card. So now we're gonna log into our Podia website and we're gonna create a new page, and I'm gonna show you the elements that we are gonna put on that page. Okay, so step one was creating the framework in Canva for our digital business card. That's gonna be the image that's on our phone. We're gonna be going back to Canva, but first we have to create a link on our website, which will be behind the QR code on the digital business card. So I'm gonna show you the page that I've already built, and then I'm gonna show you how to create specifically the vCard file, which you'll see in a second what that is. So this is my digital business card page. Now, of course, when it's on a mobile, it looks different, right? You're gonna drag it. If you wanna preview a mobile, it's gonna be like so. So smaller, looks great on a phone. Okay, so over here, this is what I put on mine. Yours does not have to have this much info if you don't want to. I'm gonna add to this over time because anytime I'm out in the community or someone wants to talk to me about what I do for a living, instead of sending them to my whole website, I want them to first and foremost get the link to download my contact into their phone, and then I can explain different ways to work with me or whatever I want to put here. It could be upcoming events for you. You can do the same process for your Instagram link in bio page, which I do on my Podia site as well, but here's just another fun way to have this card. The first thing I want to point out is for this digital business card, you want to hide your website navigation when someone goes to this page. So in my page settings, here's my digital business card. If I click on the little page setting icon, this one over here, this toggle, show header, I want to toggle that off because I want them to see my picture and the information. I don't want them to see the other pages. I'm going to bury those further down. So that's the first thing you want to do. Then you're going to add a row and put a picture of yourself or your logo, whatever you like, but I highly recommend a photo of yourself. Be personable, be yourself. If you want a little welcome message, you can. In this section, you're going to put your contact information, your email address, website, or multiple websites if you have them, phone number if you want that to be click to call enabled, and then this, which is a file. So to generate the vCard file, I'm going to show you a little cheat. We're going to go to ChatGPT and we're going to say, I need to generate a file that will let someone click and download my contact to their phone. I need a custom vCard file. And then it's going to ask me what information I want, my VCF file. So I'm going to tell them the info that I want to be in this file. So I'm going to say Brittany Party Company Empty Desk Solutions website. So whatever info you want here, you can put social media links and physical address if you want as well. I'm going to give it basic. My name, company name, website, and phone number. Actually, I'm going to say add my email address as well. It's going to give me a file, but I want to add my email address. And then it's going to make me a file that I can download. I'm going to show you how to put that into your Podia site. Here it is. So here is the file. I can click this and it's going to download this actual file. Now I'm going to go back to my Podia site and I'll show you just in a new box at the bottom because I already have some of this stuff built. So I'm just going to grab a text box for now. Now in the main text area, what you're going to do is you're going to select file. So button would be ideal, but we can't link a button to a file. We can link a button to an external link, but this is actually a physical file that we have to put here. So in this case, I'm going to use the text box, my / and I'm going to select file, and then I'm going to upload my vCard file here, which is right there. And then to give it this look, you can make it self-explanatory so they know it's a button. So mine says, click here to download my contact info to your phone. So that's what you're going to put, something like that in your wording. Click here to download my information to your phone. I turn off the file icon and the file size because I just want it to look like a button. I don't need it to actually have the little file icon or size. You can put your info, like your name and all of this stuff, above or below it, but make sure that this is the first thing that they see is that click to download this. If you have a free consult link or different things like that, you can put them here as well, but you want to make sure this is the primary, that vCard file. Now, when someone visits this on a mobile device, when they click that, it actually will open your contact information in their phone and they can say add to contacts with one button push, which is super fun. I'd highly recommend creating that file if you don't have one already, but we need to do the last step now, which is to put this link behind the QR code in Canva. So I'm going to delete this second little test section because I don't need it. So what I need is a link to this page. So I called it /digital business card. You're welcome to use that as well. Now back over here in Canva, what I need to do is in apps, I want to make my QR code. So there's other external apps you can use, but it's super easy to use this QR code generator. You can use pretty much any of these, but I'm going to click this one, just the standard QR code. I'm going to paste in the link to that page I created on my website, and then I'm going to click generate code. And there it is. There's the code. So you can put this wherever you like. You can move your information around. And then I have on mine, my other one looks much prettier, but for demo's sake, it is what it is. I'm gonna put scan this code to enter contact into your phone. This can say whatever you want it to say. Okay friends, so clearly we're not going to leave the business card looking like this, unless you really want to, but I want to leave mine like this. So let's do a fun 5-minute design challenge. Let's see how awesome we can make it look in 5 minutes or less. I'm watching my timer on the left-hand side, so I cannot cheat. Let's move my camera though so it's out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to add a new page to this design. The only thing I'm going to bring over is this QR code because we need it. So I'm gonna put that over there, and I'm gonna strip the background color out. And then I'm gonna see, what have I got in my Canva that is a photo I want in the background? Let's see. Probably have to scroll back a ways to find one that I want to use of myself. Let's use this one. All right, I'm gonna stretch it. I may or may not remove the background. I think I'm gonna put this here. Okay, and then I'm gonna move this to the back of the canvas so that the QR code is on top. And let's put, okay, we have to keep in mind when this is on your phone lock screen, the time and stuff is gonna show up usually up here, so you wanna leave some space there. I'm gonna put this here. We're gonna see what this looks like. And then I'm gonna grab my text, scan this code. We're gonna have to put a background behind it because we can't read it the way it is right now. Let's put it here. Okay, we're gonna do two versions of this and see what we like better. Okay, for now I'm gonna put a background behind here. Don't want it yellow. Let's use my purple, and then I'm gonna grab this arrow to show people where they are scanning. This. And if you want other information on the design itself, you could work with sort of the photo you're using as your background. Now, if I was to cut the background out of this, I'd have a little more real estate on the side, but the way that I am in this photo holding the laptop, I think I want to do something fun using the laptop. So I might have to move the text that is the scanning part. But let's see, I'm gonna put my name. So I kind of want this to be as if it was like a business card. So what info would I put on my business card? I would have my name, I would have my website, email address, phone number, all those things. Let's see if we can fit. Okay, so for now I'm gonna move these out of the way, and I'm gonna put this here. Now when they scan this code, they're gonna get all of the info on the page that I'm sending them to anyways, so I think I'm just gonna put my website. Solutions.ca. And I kind of want to make this look like it's on the laptop, so I'm going to tilt it just slightly, like so. Okay, now we have to decide where we want this code, because right now it's covering my head, which kind of defeats the purpose. I don't want it up here because then it's going to be covered by my phone's camera, so let's see. Let's maybe make me smaller, which means we're going to shrink this. And now we have room for this code to go over here. And now technically I can remove this background because there's a bit of a plain wall behind, but I still need an arrow. Flip this guy. We're at 4 minutes, so we better go fast. Flip it that way. And then the only thing I would do in this case, this is pretty good. This is fun. This is actually what my real one looks, pretty close to this. But I'm afraid you can kind of group elements like this and move them around until you're happy with where they are. So I don't want them, this would line up really nice down here, but with the photo, the way that it is and the one I'm using, I need my text to be kind of over here on this gray part. So the very last thing I would do is probably some kind of gradient or something up here. I'm gonna grab a square. And in order to incorporate my brand colors again, I'm going to grab my purple first. And then I'm going to make a gradient. It's going to be purple to clear like this. And I'm going to this way, and then I can just drag it down on the image where I want. Now this is it's not ideal where it is over top of that photo, so I'm gonna move it down like that. Now you'll notice this is over top of some of these other elements, so I have to click it, position, and then if you click layers, I can see where that is. So I want it above the photo, but below everything else, like so. And then this very top part of the background, I can make it the purple. Now it looks like it flows down into this kind of purple gradient that's over top of my image. It has the code on top, my name, I'm there, and then when I put this on my phone, this purple part up here is actually going to be where the time shows up, so it'll look really nice on my lock screen and my wallpaper. Okay, we're 1 minute over. Technically we're at 6 minutes for this design, but we buggered around with some of the stuff from the other page, so I think it counts in 5 minutes or less. I would love to see what you come up with. Shoot me a message or comment below with the design that you come up with. Thanks for watching.